Hi, I'm Josanne Wright Callender, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck picture book. It's available on Amazon. But we've been doing these segments during the COVID 19 quarantine for parents to help um, develop a way to work with your child at home in the area of self esteem in particular. And these last couple of days, we've been talking about self management. And yesterday, I mentioned that self management is like a circle of success. Sorry about that. You start with self management, and then the child goes to self monitoring, which you help the child with. Um, Self management is established by you as the adult, then self monitoring, self evaluation, and self reinforcement. And all of these have been scaffolded by you as the adult so that the child later on will be able to self manage. And we said the self esteem is the belief in oneself. And so as a child has successes, that self management circle is able to take them to a higher level of independence over time. And that's why we said the time on task equals tenacity. And so as a child learns how to manage themselves, which will show you how they're able to see that fact is actually taking place, they have more and more self confidence, and that builds self esteem. So, yesterday we talked about the adult sets up the scaffold, and that's like identifying which target behavior you're working to improve or skill. So, today we're going to talk about the child's part. And in doing so, I thought about how often it is that a child doesn't know what's happening. They just know that they're given another task. And so this is where you bring the child into the activity and let them know basically what it is that you're working on. And for a younger child, you don't have to go into a lot of details, or we're trying to improve your ability to work 10 minutes at a time. You could just say that today we're going to, oh my goodness, we're going to work on developing, getting two happy faces in this grid. And if a child is able to say, oh, well, I can see I have one, maybe I need one more. So you're actually helping them come on board with you. You're building some buy in because I know if I get two happy faces, or if they're working for three or four, as it says on this card, I can get my prize. So they don't really need to know the ultimate goal. They just really are working for the tangible. And so that's what you are getting buy in for, that tangible that they're working toward. And so with an older child, you can go into more details like, we're trying to work on getting your game turned off in 15 minutes so you can get back to work. And every day that you do that, you get a happy face. And so, one of the activities that I thought would work really well at home, I had a worksheet, a work activity sheet, and it says, um, I will try my best to, and then there are happy faces. You can create this at home on your own, but you just circle them. And here's the straight face that I was talking about yesterday. It was so so. But as you build this grid, perhaps they're trying to earn up to uh, three happy faces that week. And then next week you can build it up to four. And then, you start small and build up so that there's something to achieve. The child is working to achieve a goal that's reachable. But along the way, I thought of this too. It's really good to define the rules of engagement. And so when a child is given a task, perhaps their goal is to play nicely on the playground. But what does that mean? And so what we did was we created some charts about what is the rule? What are the rules? And so you and the child can work out the rules together. And it could be done on a card, a small index card, so you can take it outside with you. Or you can have a chart such as this and post it on the door before they go outside, because just before they begin the activity, it's a good idea to remind them in just a few words what it is they're attempting to do. So that we can't assume that the child's going to remember what they're to do in each activity. So in a few words, you just remind them, remember, this is this is your game. We're going to have 15 minutes and give it back to me when you hear the bell go off. So that can help. And then also, I thought of one child who didn't listen during the day. Their mind would wander, and you could see them looking off. And so every time I saw that I had their attention and they were engaged, I made these little cards that I would cut out. And every time I saw them listening to me, by engaging, I would give them one of these cards. And their goal was to get 4 cards in 10 minutes. And so you could do this in a number of ways, but remember, we're tying in visuals with a little auditory prompting, and then we have a tangible reward. Those are the 3 big things for getting buy-in when your child is building self-management skills. So I will give a description about the packet that I've used to get a lot of these ideas from. A lot of them were gained over my 27 years of teaching, and I'll put a little link to my website. So thank you for listening. And next week, we're going to have a Fun Day Monday that's kind of a different treat. And I'll talk with you then. Bye.